Explosion at Niger gas station causes massive destruction and panic in Sabon Wuse. Traders count losses at Jos Metropolitan Development Board demolishes NKK market. NSCDC steps up security at custodial facilities to prevent jailbreaks. African leaders call for immediate ceasefire in Congo. Hello, welcome to the news update on Trust TV. My name is Hawa Gambo. Thank you for joining us. Vehicles and goods, including foodstuff, were destroyed following an explosion at a gas filling station in Sabon Wuse, Tafa local government area of Niger State. The explosion occurred while a tanker was offloading gas at the station, according to Daily Trust sources. The blast, which happened around 11 p.m. on Saturday, continued burning for hours before firefighters arrived on the scene. Abdul Sabon Wuse, a local resident, described the explosion as causing panic in the town, with people fleeing their homes for safety. The fire spread to a nearby petrol station, burning shops that contained foodstuff and damaging parked vehicles, sources confirmed.
Now they say our life direct to active. I don't feel poor. Jesus. Now they say our life direct to active. I don't feel poor. Jesus.
The Jos Metropolitan Development Board has demolished the popular NKK market located opposite Jos University Teaching Hospital in Jos North local government area of Plateau State. Trust TV's Ado Musa, who visited the scene of the demolition, reports that the market hosted bicycle sellers, provision store owners, cloth sellers, food vendors, and other traders. Here's the report.
According to eyewitnesses, JMDB officials arrived at the market around 11:30 p.m. with a bulldozer and began demolishing the traders' shops, destroying property worth millions of naira in the process. While the JMDB's general manager, Had Bankat, is yet to respond to inquiries by Trust TV as at press time, the vice chairman of the market, Sadiq Aliyu, said they are currently in court with the JMDB before the sudden demolition of the market.
After the judgment on Wednesday, the judgment against us, and we appeal, we serve them everything. They didn't respond, and our appeal is 90 days. They just can't do this thing without giving us any notice. Not any notice that they give us that they say they will demolish this one. We don't know what the power they use. So I'm calling for the governor, if he is aware of this, so let him know so that we take action against this JNDB.
Other traders, while lamenting on the extent of their losses, stated that they have lost their means of livelihood in the process.
No notice of any, they don't give us any notice. They just come in the night and destroy our property and they left. And like this bicycle that you see, it's a 5-hour bicycle. This bicycle is a 5-hour. This one is 1.5 million now. You see how they broke it, and we don't know what to do. They just leave us like that, and we are the people that voted them as the PDP.
So we have differs. Our sales here differs. Some are into bicycle, some repairs, some sales bicycle. There are some sale provision. We are importing basics and all those things. We lost millions. You know what it means to destroy a shop in this hardship. You cannot even quantify. I cannot say this is exactly amount, but it's millions. Like my shop now, I came this morning, they have stolen the door. You see, so all those things, I cannot say this is exactly what I lost, but it's millions.
They come to destroy this place without any freedom notice, nothing like notice. We are just called by our friends to come and evacuate our goods, which we couldn't do. They destroyed so many goods, thousands of naira, millions of naira here.
Rhoda James, a food vendor, also expressed her frustration, saying life will become unbearable for the family.
Muna dafa abinci a nan da su tukwanyan Food items including rice, beans, semolina and vegetables that I already bought have been destroyed. I have lost a huge amount of money. How do we buy rice now? Because it is very expensive. This is the business I transact to feed the orphans under my care. How do I proceed now that my capital has been destroyed?
Traders therefore appeal to the government to compensate them as they have lost their capital to the demolition. Ado Musa reporting for Trust TV.
Grain dealers at the Agege market in Lagos State say they are facing a complex situation. While some grain prices have recently decreased in markets across the state, traders are also lamenting a scarcity of cash and low patronage. Victoria Tokolo reports on the fluctuating prices and the challenges faced by the traders. Here's the report. The Nigerian Civil Security Defense Corps has intensified security at custodial centers nationwide, deploying armed personnel and intelligence officers to prevent jailbreaks and criminal activities. The NSCDC Commandant General Ahmed Audi directed all state commandants to implement the measure, emphasizing the need to protect these facilities which have been classified as critical national assets. NSCDC spokesperson Babawale Afolabi stated that the deployment aims to complement the efforts of the Nigerian Correctional Service in securing centers. Nigeria has expressed multiple jailbreaks in recent years, leading to the escape of over 6,385 inmates from 11 custodial facilities. While 2,032 have been rearrested, more than 4,285 remain at large. Security agencies continue efforts to track down the escapees while strengthening custodial facility protection nationwide. Former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso met with the immediate past Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola at his Lagos residence on Saturday. Kwankwaso shared details of the meeting on social media, stating that their discussions focused on national politics, governance and the future of Nigeria's democratic landscape. The meeting comes amid growing calls for the opposition to form a united front against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Aregbesola, a former close ally of Tinubu, had a political fallout with the president over the second-term governorship ambition of Boyega Oyetola, who succeeded him as Osun State Governor. Oyetola later served as a minister under former President Muhammadu Buhari. Kwankwaso, a two-term governor of Kano State and former minister, was the presidential candidate of the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) in the 2023 elections. And former Presidential Electoral Commissioner for Adamawa State Hudu Ari, who was recently dismissed over alleged electoral offenses, is calling for a fair hearing following his removal. Speaking to journalists in Bauchi, Ari expressed concerns that he was not given the opportunity to defend himself before his dismissal. He claimed to have written several letters to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, offering an explanation to his side of the story, but said those letters were rejected. He also alleged that the tribunal hearing the case between Aisha Binani and Ahmadu Fintiri refused to accept his evidence. Ari maintained that he had significant evidence to support his position, but was never invited to present his case. He showed documents he claimed were authentic result sheets and the letters he had sent to INEC. Ari also accused some INEC staff of being compromised, threatened and physically attacked during the 2023 elections. He lamented being tried by the media and expressed no regrets about his actions. The Edo State Police Command has rescued His Royal Highness Friday Ehizoge, the Anogi of Udo Igore community, who was kidnapped on February 3rd. Ehizoge was abducted at a forest between Ubiaja and Udo while traveling on a commercial motorcycle, during which the rider was shot dead. Police spokesperson CSP Moses Yamu confirmed the rescue on Friday, following ongoing operations with police and local vigilantes, The successful operation was supported by Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpobolo. The police praised the efforts of local vigilantes, hunters, and residents, reaffirming their commitment to combating crime in the state. This is the news update on Trust TV. This is the news update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Small efforts, big impacts. Kano residents provides free water to struggling communities. More news after the break. Do join us. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV. Now let's take a look at some of our top stories. Explosion at Niger gas station causes massive destruction and panic in Sabon Wuse. Traders count losses as Jos Metropolitan Development Board demolishes NKK market. Now let's move to other stories. In the heart of Kano metropolis, some neighborhoods that have long struggled with water access are having a sigh of relief, as one individual's effort is making a difference, even if it is just a small drop in the ocean. Trust TV's Abdulaziz Ibrahim met with Tasi Ushehu, who for the past 8 months drives a fabricated vehicle to supply water for free to hard-to-reach communities and neighborhoods in the state. Here's the report.
This is not a regular tricycle, but one that is fitted with a 500-liter water tank as part of an innovative yet humble solution to a long-standing problem. In areas like Kankarofi, specifically Yerbama, residents have lived without running tap water for over 2 years. For them, getting water has become an uphill battle as they buy from truck pushers who charge higher prices for a basic necessity. We haven't had tap water for over 2 years, and truck pushers sell at 100 naira per jerrycan. What this man is doing is a huge help because he gives us water for free twice a day. At 100 naira per 20-liter jerrycan, the cost of water in these neighborhoods is high as compared to other parts of the city where the price can be as low as 40 naira. Tasi Ushehu, a resident of the city, has a story that gives hope. He tells us how a philanthropist who wishes to remain anonymous donated this special tricycle worth 5 million naira just to bring water to people in these underserved areas. This is not a business. I stand here today because someone cared enough to donate this tricycle with the tank fabricated in Kofarua area. The entire vehicle cost 5 million naira at the time I started operating it. With it, we can bring water to places like Yakase, Kankarofi, and even Hotoro, and I make up to 2 to 3 trips in a day. Some places are so difficult to access that even the truck pushers find it hard to reach those places. Tasiu believes with more philanthropic efforts like this, people living with disabilities like him and others can help alleviate the water crisis and also earn a living. Although we are giving water for free right now, I volunteered to do this after work for some hours. If more people, including those living with disabilities like me, or even those that are the water truck pushers right now, if these people were given vehicles like this, it could provide an opportunity to make a living by bringing water from this place here in Kofa Nassau and selling it to others. So we can help solve this problem while also earning a living. Studying the financial viability of using a tricycle fitted with a water tank for business leaves many questions. Although Tasiu's initiative may only be one small step in solving the massive water crisis here in Kano, the impact it has on this community is undeniable, as it takes one drop of water to create ripples of change. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News, Kano.
Grain dealers at the Agege market in Lagos say that they are facing a complex situation. While some grain prices have recently decreased in markets across the state, Traders are still lamenting a scarcity of cash and low patronage. Victoria Tokolo reports on the fluctuating prices and the challenges faced by the traders. Here's the report.
The grain market in Lagos is experiencing mixed results. While some commodities have seen price increases, soya beans and maize have recently experienced marginal price decreases, with sorghum seeing a notable dip. A visit to Agege market in Lagos revealed a decline in the price of some grain products. However, despite these decreases, traders are reporting the scarcity of cash and low customer turnout. They express frustration over the inability of grain prices and the negative impact this has on their sales.
The price of soya beans is 4.5 per kg. Then for Guinea corn, we sell 3.5. For Mewa, we sell 3.5. For Jero, we sell 3.5. For corn, white corn, 3,000. Yellow corn, 3,000. So I believe that when they add more effort to all these things, maybe from the north or something, the price, because passing is coming very soon, and the thing will still increase. So we need them to bring the price down a little bit, so that people can, at least January, February, the market is very, very, because of there is no money. So everybody is complaining. When you tell them price, they'll be complaining that it's too high, it's too high, it's too high.
Soya beans 110. And they say rubber 4,005. The Rita 800. In the corner, bag they sell at 70,000. I think corner 70,000 they say. So they say pence 2827. The Rita 700. Finish.
One bag for corn. For inside market, they sell on 68. Paint, they sell on 2,800. Drika, they sell on for 700 naira. For Drika. Guinea corn, they sell on, for inside market, they sell on 65. Paint, they sell on 3,000. Drika, they sell on 1,000 or 800. They sell.
There's a down of the market now. The market is going down. Market prices now. So soya beans is now from 95,000 to 100,000 per bag, which it was 110 before, but now it is 100,000, 95k. And sorghum it is 68,000 now, 68, 65. Before it was 70, 75. And for soya beans, the rubber paint is 4,200, which was 4,500 before.
While the recent downward trend in the prices of soya beans, maize, and sorghum might suggest decreased demand, traders and customers are calling for further reduction in the prices of all grain products and crucially price stability. This would allow traders to better manage their businesses and customers to access essential food items at affordable prices.
And now away from Nigeria, leaders from Eastern and Southern Africa on Saturday urged an immediate ceasefire in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where rebels threatened to overthrow the government. They also called on Congolese President Felix Tshisekedi to engage directly with the Rwanda-backed M23 rebels. Tshisekedi has previously refused talks, accusing the rebels of exploiting Congo's mineral resources. The summit in Dar es Salaam included leaders from the East African Community and the Southern African Development Community. A joint communique urged direct negotiations with all parties, including M23, which has seized Goma, causing thousands of deaths and displacements. Kenyan President William Ruto, who chaired the summit, called for constructive dialogue, stressing that dialogue is not a sign of weakness. The summit also pressured the M23 rebels to withdraw from Goma and emphasized the need for the removal of foreign armed groups from Congolese territory. And on a sad note, Sam Nujoma, Namibia's first president and key leader in the country's independence struggle, has died at 95. His passing was confirmed by current President Nangolo Mbumba, who announced he died on Saturday in Windhoek. Nujoma led Namibia to independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990, after nearly 30 years in exile. He served as president for 15 years, overseeing a process of national healing. Though known for his controversial views, Nujoma was praised for establishing Namibia's democratic foundation and promoting women's leadership. Nujuma's legacy as the father of Namibia endures, shaping the nation's path to stability and freedom. And with that, we come to the end of the news update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us on all media platforms and subscribe to our YouTube channel for a constant live stream of programs and documentaries. My name is Hawa Gambo. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.